So now we will move on to brushes for your face. And before I do that, I'm gonna add eye primer. This isn't a brush, but this is a super important tool in addition to skincare before you put makeup on your face, because the base that you start with is everything. So if you're using good skincare and preparing your face properly, it's gonna make all the difference with your makeup. You can have fabulous makeup, and if you're putting it on a face that's not prepared right, it's not gonna really matter. So I'm going to rub this. If you've never tried our foundation primer, I highly recommend giving it a shot. It's different than any other primer that I've ever seen or used. A lot of people tell me they've never seen one like it. It's a soft gel, sort of, that comes out. It's not a lotion. And it just, we call it spackle for your face in my company. We joke about that because it does. It evens out the wrinkles, all the different spots on your face, so you get a really smooth surface for your makeup. I probably used way more than I really needed to, but I accidentally squirted out too much. Okay. On to foundation. Actually, let's do something else first. I can show you another brush. We have a cream eye color brush, which is great for our liquid eyeshadow, but it's also perfect for concealer or under eye corrector. So I'm just gonna use what I have in my hand. I have under eye corrector in my hand, so that's what I'm gonna use this brush for. So I'm just gonna add it like a clown, like clown makeup, and a triangle right there. You can use concealer for that too. The under eye corrector just mutes out the dark colors that you might have. And then we use our cream eye color brush to start to blend that in before I put foundation over it. So it doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to have my foundation brush and foundation over top of it. But that gives you an idea of how this cream eye color brush works. Really great. So that's that. Next, I love, 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 love this brush. This is the foundation brush, liquid foundation brush, and it's totally flat on this side. And the bristles are super soft. They're great for applying. It just buffs the foundation, buffs the foundation so that you get a really flawless finish. It's angled, as you can see. So this kind of point right there makes it great for getting right in around your eyes, nose, any place that you want to get close to your hairline. Makes it really great for that. So I'm going to use that with our matte foundation. I'm using Beige N150. You can put it on the back of your hand, or you can just put it right on the brush. There's many different tips for applying foundation. A makeup artist recently told us to start in the middle and work your way out. I default to just dotting it like that and then blending. And this particular foundation sets darker than it applies. So when you first put it on, it looks super light, and then as it sets, it's darker. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just pat it to get some product everywhere, and then blend it. And I do these swirling motions to kind of buff it. And then you can always brush down lightly once you get the product everywhere it needs to be, so that it pushes the hairs on your face back down. And then my forehead. This is just how I do it. There's many different ways. I love the coverage this gives. You can let it set and then apply more if you want it, if you're one of those people that really likes heavy coverage. But this is perfect for me. All right, so I'm going to do eyeliner and mascara, and then we will move on with 2 more brushes.
So my plan, because I'm not using brushes, is I'm going to fast forward to the parts that don't use brushes. So this will all go super fast. I took pictures that I used as thumbnails for some of them. Once I figured out what it was and how to do it, you know, how to save it so it shows up. I always use YouTube on my phone, and you don't have that capability to add thumbnails from your phone. I didn't know all the extra stuff you can do on a computer.
Okay, so now I am ready. I've got my eye makeup totally done, and I'm ready to move on to blush. So this is our cheek color brush. It's kind of similar in shape to the foundation brush. It has this angle, but it's not flat on the bottom. It's rounded. So it has a wider spot here. The brush itself also has, hard to see, if the light hits it, you can see this little divot in it, this indent, and that's great for, you can put your thumb in there, your fingers real close to the brush, and then you can flatten it out to do contour and things like that. So I'm going to use a little bit of blush. I just like to tap it so that you don't get a ton of product, and same thing, I tap it on my cheek. On the cheekbone, that's where I put it. And then blend. You can keep going if you want to add more. I'm going to use the same brush. I usually take a paper towel and I can use some brush cleaner, get that color off, and I'm going to put it into some contour. And this is where I'm going to flatten it to get that line, subtle line. Contour adds a shadow, which you can use to shape your face. And that's the cheek color brush. Love that. I'm not going to use it for highlighter because I'm going to go ahead and use some bronzer. For the bronzer, I'm going to use a powder brush. This can be used for powder foundation or powder in general. We also have a very fluffy brush that I don't have. Not sure where that's at. Very fluffy brush that I use for translucent powder to set over top. But for the bronzer, this one's a little smaller, which gives you more control over where you're applying the product. So I'm going to apply a little bit of bronzer wherever the sun would normally hit your face wherever you would normally get sunburnt. That's where you want to put it. Just gonna use that powder brush for that, powder foundation brush. And I think that does it. I'm gonna add just a swipe of lipstick to finish it. This is just the only color that happened to be reachable. It's good enough. And my hair's not done, it's still wet from my shower, but you get the idea, right? So those are our brushes. Your makeup tools really do make a difference. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your favorite brush is, or if you don't use good quality brushes like this, which brush do you think in your life would be the one you use the most? What would you get the most use out of? So I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later. Bye.